Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Oh my God, my phone's on.
Hello, there's an echo.
There's not an echo. It was from my.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
That's cool.
All right. Well, I heard an echo, so I'm crazy.
It was from my phone because I didn't have my phone.
Okay, I get you. I understand.
I'll be right back.
Hey.
I'm gonna be right back again.
All right. Hey, everybody. How you doing? I'm super excited. Are you ready to get into this? We're going to be getting into our predictions from last weekend's AEW pay-per-view, and we're going to be doing some other stuff. And like I was saying to David, got to talk about Friday Night SmackDown with the grabbing of the mic and all that great stuff, and then the Monday night acceptance of that tag match that we talked about during the last pay-per-view. WWE's last pay-per-view. I predicted that they would set up a tag match, which it did. So technically, I should get my other half of my point for that.
So no, because I technically said the same exact thing. So either way, you still lose.
No, we both got to have a point for that.
Yeah, but if I literally said, I
want a full point.
I would get a full point too. I said the same thing.
Okay, fine. Let's forget it. Blitzkrieg Faithful. That's me.
Speaking of the Blitzkrieg Faithful, good segue we got there. Last night, a Blitzkrieg Faithful member debuted on NXT.
Oh, did they? I did not see this.
Going by the name of...
Who?
I have it.
I can't hear you. Okay.
Going by the name of Uriah Connors, formerly known as Brogan Finley, the son of David Finley. No, the son of Fit Finley.
All right.
Has joined the WWE NXT live television.
I seen that. Yeah. And did I see fucking William Regal?
Welcome in, Korean
Rush. And his kid's there now.
Yes, Charlie Dempsey and William Regal had their first ever like on air
interaction. It was
NXT faithful people in the crowd were screaming. Yeah. See, that's what I thought too. I thought David Finley was his dad, but David Finley is his brother.
It's his brother.
Yeah.
All related to Fit. And David, to speak. I think it was Saturday. Was it, Rich? I found Rich Palatino, because you know how he hasn't been doing the Thursday thing. He hasn't been doing Wrestle Open.
Yeah.
He's been doing Major League Wrestling.
I know.
Wasn't it Major League Wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich
you knew this?
Yes.
Why didn't you? I was going to say, why the fuck didn't you tell me?
I follow Rich Palladino on Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out Rich Palladino. That is our brethren.
Our local brother guy. He's awesome. Been doing it forever.
Yeah, but that's all I had for. I have a few things written down of stuff I want to talk about. That was number 2 on my list. Was the Brogan Finley debuts in NXT.
All right, and I just right before you sat down there, I was talking about how we needed to talk about SmackDown last Friday and the grabbing of the hand and stuff like that.
Yeah, where Roman Reigns grabbed the hand of The Rock as he was saying his shtick of the "Can you
smell?"
And then he acknowledged his tribal chief.
He acknowledged, and I thought it was going to go the other way, and I was hoping, and I was going to clothesline or something, but no.
Nope, that's coming after Mania.
Yeah, it's gonna maybe happen at Mania.
No.
And then Cody and Seth accepting the challenge. So we know we got, night one, we got the tag match. And if Cody and Seth loses, then the Bloodline gets to do whatever the fuck they want the next night. So I'm going to say it here and now. If Cody and Seth lose, Roman is still your champion at the end of Mania. But if they pull out the win and there's no outside interference, I think, Cody will get his win finally.
Probably not. Damian Priest cashed.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying the first night, you can almost guarantee the second night's results by what happens the first night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Brogan Finley debuting NXT.
Sweet. When is that?
I want to talk about
Korean.
Sting's last match. We'll probably talk about that during the Revolution card. Our predictions. Do you want to just do predictions now? Like, to go over our predictions?
Yeah, we should just go over the predictions and go from there. I have informed everybody in the chat if they want to ask a question that they can use their, I think it's 40 channel points, and they can ask questions. But they can go at any point in time during the broadcast.
I don't remember which way it went, but I'm just gonna go down the way I have it written. 3-way.
There you go.
The World Championship match, co-main event for the AEW World Championship. I went Swerve. Pops went Samoa Joe. Pops was the winner, and I like I like what they did.
I do. I liked
because Swerve and Hangman were just way too obsessed with each other, and then it made Joe just like.
Right, and it made Joe just like, fuck it. I'll just take it. Let you guys beat the shit out of each other, and I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. He picked up the scraps pretty much.
It was a perfect match. If I had to rate it, 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8.
It wasn't my match of the night.
No, but not the match of the night.
I think
we both have match of the night.
Which I'm going to save the match of the night for last. Our bonus points. MJF did not show up.
No, he did not.
But Sting and Darby ended the show. So we each got a point for that.
Right.
The FTR versus Blackpool Combat Club was not a no-holds-barred match. But I thought it was. And neither of us got a point on that. I thought it was a good match overall.
Overall, yeah, it was a good match, but...
I loved Blackpool Combat Club coming out as the Road Warriors.
That was cool. There was a lot of pops all night long. You know what I mean? Big moments, big pops. That's what AEW usually gives me. Yeah. I don't want to... Yeah.
I like the different entrances for pay-per-views.
Right.
Keeps it fresh. International Championship. Roderick Strong is your new international champion. I got the point there. Pops did not get the point.
Yeah, well, I didn't. And let me say, I'm not upset about losing that point because that match is really good to me. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And it was done well. And they set it up just perfect. No, I don't want you guys out here. The trainer going, well, he's got to tape up or he's not going to. Kind of, through the whole match, you kept going, he's going to pull it off. He's going to pull it off. He's going to pull it off. And then he didn't pull it off. But
it was sad.
Roderick Strong, I believe, needed help.
He needed it more. So that's the thing, is the way I'm looking at it is Roderick Strong needs that championship. Orange Cassidy doesn't.
No, because now Orange can hopefully get a little,
I hope he goes
rest.
away for a little bit.
Yeah, goes away for a little bit, and then when he comes back at a pay per view, and he gets taken care of
Speaking of
and
coming
shit like
back
that.
from injury, Kyle O'Reilly came back after
Yeah,
after
after
that
that
match
match,
and declined the Kingdom T-shirt, not
yes, he
joining the
did.
Kingdom. Which I also have something after this that just popped into my head about a T-shirt.
And I remember David was excited. He was showing me his goosebumps and stuff because big Kylie O'Reilly. But he whispered something in the ear before he gave the T-shirt back. And what could it be?
I think we're getting
You know?
Undisputed back. I really do. I
Yeah,
think
get rid of
as
these.
soon
Yeah,
as
get rid of
Cole
these.
is, as soon as that ankle's done with Cole, somehow Kyle O'Reilly is gonna be all in a feud with Roderick or something, and then they're all just gonna come back together, and there's gonna be no Bobby Fish. I know, sad, but he's old, and we don't like Bobby Fish.
Korean highlighted his message and he asked, "Do you ever think Omega will return as an in-ring competitor?" No.
Just because of all of his health issues right now, diverticulitis is.
Right, and his doctors basically said, if you do, you're gonna die. I understand Kenny Omega loves the wrestling business, but he can do stuff outside the ring. He can be a great performer. But he doesn't have to be in the ring and competing. So
And
I
if
don't believe he ever will.
And if he does, it won't be anytime soon. It'll probably be like 2025, maybe.
Right.
He's got a lot to. You got to think when he was the belt collector, he had vertigo, he had spinal shit going on, he had so
And he,
much
and
wrong
he
with
and he
him.
wrestled through all that. He wrestled through all that, which fucking he is a god to me for doing all that. But but remember they told Edge the same type of thing, and Edge came back. But so maybe 5-10 years from now, but I don't think if
I don't
he's
know,
a young
5 to 10
man,
years.
he could do much better for
Thinking like a year or
other.
two, not 5 to 10.
Well, look,
Um,
it took Edge now what 9-10 years
yeah, it did.
before Edge stepped in the ring.
So
If we're talking stepping in the ring and wrestling again,
yeah, exactly.
maybe 5-10 years,
You know who's
but he
got
will return.
another 5 to 10 years on his career? Eddie Kingston winning the Continental Crown Championship, which I thought that was going to be. I did not think that match was going to hit like it did, but then that handshake at the end and Brian raising his hand and everything, I almost
And, and
cried.
did
It was
and
great.
did you see the thing I sent you on TikTok? The little interview type thing in the back
Yeah, where they're sitting at
as
the
they were.
trainers' tables together. Yeah,
Yeah, and
it was
fuck it,
great.
I lost it. I lost it. I totally lost it.
I'm doing pretty good, Korean. Thank you for asking. I still got the stuffy nose and congestion, and I want to sleep a lot, but that's because I just stayed up like for a lot of hours. But we'll get into that after we're done with these recapping the predictions. Will Ospreay versus Takeshita. Will Ospreay won. We both said that Will Ospreay would win, and I agree with Rich to a point where it is my number 2 match of the night. Any other night, it's my number 1. No joke. That match had fucking everything I've wanted. And it just
Right.
shows that, oh, it was just perfect. It was a banger. There was so many good spots, so many just, ooh. I love the Tiger Driver 97. And that's what he had to use to put him away. And he even said it in like the post interview thing. He was like, I had to use that to put him away. And he goes, like, That's a bad move. Not a lot of people use it for that reason. It could kill you. It could hurt you.
Right, that entire match was just like Rich said. His back on the turnbuckle, that was sick. That was.
Oh,
I agree. That was my second favorite match. That would be number 2 for sure. They are the best pure wrestlers there is in the wrestling business right now. I feel. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel. With Kenny being on the sidelines. Now, if Kenny was still around, I could see a 3-way between those guys would have been fucking.
yes. Will is he is like somewhat injured, but he's cleared to fight still. But the way he hit his back, it looked horrible.
Right, and that welt that started right immediately after, it was big and red by the end.
Yeah, they asked. Tony Khan was trying to be like, okay, you're not gonna go out, and you're not gonna wrestle on Wednesday. And Will was like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Right, because that's Will.
But
I put him right there. He's the modern day
coming out to congratulate him after the match, Mr. Kyle Fletcher. Like I said, eventually we'll get that United Empire back. Currently, Mark Davis is still on injured. Like, he's still injured, so not anytime soon. But
and when that happens, Don Callis' family versus them, that's going to happen, and it's going to be good.
I have to go back through.
I don't think that, Offspring.
Osprey, not Offspring.
Don Callis. Because Mr. Fletcher is not a member of Offspring. Yeah. I don't want to work. Sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ. The TNT Championship did not change hands, so Pops is the winner.
That's why I just thought.
Pops
you were
there. What? Stop chewing so you can listen to what I'm saying. I said the TNT Championship.
You said Pops I'm the winner there. I picked him.
I said the TNT Championship did not change hands, so Pops is the winner there. Yeah, you were too busy rambling on to listen. So you won the Christian.
Good match, though. Also another good
Christian
match.
Cage had to cheat like always. He's turning into Roman Reigns.
But
it was a good match.
Who better?
Daniel Garcia deserves a fucking title shot.
He does.
I hate Daddy Magic. I don't. All right, sorry. I'm not gonna say it. I don't hate Daddy Magic. I just don't like him really. I like his. He's starting to grow on me. That thing.
Yeah, I got a pizza coming from the thing,
So when he came out, I popped a little bit because they were running that storyline to where Daniel Garcia had no one and it was only him and and Daddy Magic coming back from being chokeslammed onto the chairs and all that. He came back and they fucked up the spot a little bit where Mother Wayne smacked him, but that's okay. Next match. AEW Women's Championship did not change hands. Me and Pops both lost. Did not gain a point there. I popped for the Toni Storm, Mariah May entrance. I thought that was glorious.
That what? Glorious.
Yeah, stop saying that. Other than that, I liked the match a lot. It was a solid match, women's match.
It was good. It was okay. I liked it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked it, but I wanted to see Deanna take it, but
it's okay because Mercedes.
I'm not digging this Toni Storm black and white and.
I am. I love the black and white and
she's
everything.
She's a
so funny.
Pin up and.
I love it. And then
I like old Tony.
the match of the night for me, for obvious reasons, Sting and Darby versus the Bucks. I went Sting and Darby. I won the prediction.
Not that I wanted to go the Young Bucks.
I think the whole entire match was amazing. The vignette to before his entrance started was amazing. His kids coming out
Loved it.
as Surfer Sting and Wolfpack Sting. I almost fucking cried. Because
I
at
did.
first I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, fucking Surfer Sting! Surfer Sting! And then it just stopped. And I was like, that's not Sting. And then Wolfpack Sting
Right.
came out and I was like, those are his fucking kids.
See, I didn't realize that until after Sting came out that it was his kids. And I was like, what? Yeah, and then it made it even better for me.
Yeah, it was such a, like Rich said, it was such a nice way to do it. It was having them in the match too, like doing the stinger splashes and everything. I thought that was
That was sweet there. I mean, all in all, it was the match of the night, and fucking spots galore. Sting showed he went out his way, and he gave it his all in his last match, and I thought it was beautiful. I didn't like how the Bucks beat up all the legends up, but hey, they got their shit back. You know.
Thank you for subscribing, Mr. White Lion Studios.
White Lion Studios, thank you for the sub.
Rich, no, his sons don't wrestle, but the way they were doing those stinger splashes and everything, they should be wrestlers. I think,
Right, they were.
I think like something had come out and they were like, there was a picture of, I don't know which one it was. But it was like the Wolfpack Sting, and it was like a picture of like how perfectly he's doing the fucking stinger splash, and it was like, are you sure you don't want to wrestle? Are you sure? Yes.
Yes.
Charlie Dempsey.
Now give me 40 channel points.
Yeah, you have channel points, bitch.
Just because you have the name moderator, you could use your channel points.
The Darby.
I'm just kidding.
The Darby
I'm just fucking
spot
with you.
with the pane of glass. Oh my god. That was amazing. I'd sent it to Dan because he wasn't watching it.
Yes, I agree. We were talking about that. The
he's frozen.
what's going on?
You were frozen. We didn't hear a word you said.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't think you did. No, I said I was talking about how Darby stayed out of the ring, give excuse me, give Sting the spotlight, and I really like that. Because it was his time, and I liked Sting after. I seen a thing on Twitter and this and that. Sting after, thanking the Bucks for making him, and end his career with them because he found it was. So I'm gonna give props to the Bucks, who I love the Bucks. I hate the Bucks, but I was like really pissed during the match. But then I'm going, by the end, I'm going, thank you. Because you guys gave us a fucking awesome match, and I couldn't see anybody better who could have given us that last match for Sting.
So that, like I was saying, that Darby spot, there's fans in the front row got hit with glass, I guess. And according to Sports Illustrated, excuse me, fans had sent in photos of them like with glass like cuts on them, and the executives didn't give a shit. Is I guess is what the consensus was.
Well, okay.
But hold
I know
on,
what you're talking
hold
about.
on, I'm getting there. But even like at the beginning, before every fucking Dynamite, before every Rampage, what's the other one? Collision. I went to an indie show and it literally pops up a fucking screen that says, if you're in the front row, do not go near wrestlers, do not touch anyone, do not, if you see a wrestler coming your way, get out of the way. If you're in the front row, you're destined to either get touched, hit by something.
Right.
You can't sue a fucking wrestling company for doing wrestling shit.
Because you're right.
You paid
Especially
for
at the
it.
Indies event, right? You paid for that, number one. But AEW put out that, I heard what you were talking about and everything like that. And I also saw what Tony Khan and this and that, because you assume, and it's right on every ticket and this and that for any of the big guys, their shows. If you turn the ticket over on the back, you cannot, you sue them for any damages that you occur while at ringside or by projectiles and this and that. The wrestlers are not to do it, not to do things like, how Cody used to throw the thing into the ring and this and that, out into the fans and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then they threw it back.
Can't happen. Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's not the point. The point was they stopped doing that. Cause that much damage first of all to begin with, or hit people in the front row. But once it happened, you can't. Oh my God, that's slimmer. $5,633,000.
Thank you for the sub,
Yeah,
Korean mercenary.
yeah.
Appreciate you.
Subathon going on here. Huh?
So,
We're just 24 hours.
just saying. I again prediction 1. I won the overall prediction. Cause you suck. So
it's not that I suck. It's I gotta stop picking with my.
You gotta stop
with my brain.
With your heart.
Yeah, my heart and brain. No, because my heart wanted fucking Sting to win that match, and exactly what happened from what I said was going to happen. They won. They're giving up the titles. They're going to have a tournament. Derek, what's going on?
Derek, thank you. Love you too, Derek. Appreciate you. Let's get a shout out for
Derek. It's my son. It's my redheaded stepson from Canada. I had a wild weekend. Derek, how old are you? 30-something years ago, and things happened.
But no, so yes, like me and Pops both predicted.
Love you, bud.
Sting and Darby won, obviously, and then they had to relinquish the tag titles. There will be a tournament. Who knows when that's going to start? The Bucks tonight, actually, on AEW have a.
We call Pops the Milkman. Yeah, I am the milkman.
The Bucks have an announcement tonight, so who knows? They might be announcing who's in the tournament, who's not. I don't know, but.
And I hope they're not. No, just kidding. I really don't. I wish they were.
The Bucks are in the tournament.
And they deserve to take it. Yeah, they need to take it. I want to have one of those tournaments where, like, they put two people together that don't belong together, type of deal, like the WWE has done in the past.
No, because they did that with stupid. They already did that. And
did they do that?
Yes, and Ricky Starks and W. Morrissey or Big Cass, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, okay, I couldn't remember that.
Rich, I almost just spit my drink everywhere.
Rich, I do deliver, and
Okay, so I said something about a T-shirt. Remember how they handed they handed Kyle O'Reilly a T-shirt? Well, on a New Japan show, I have not been keeping up with New Japan at all. I just see what I see on Twitter. The new Jack Perry Scapegoat won his New Japan Pro Wrestling debut and then joined the House of Torture faction. I have no idea who's in the House of Torture.
Jack Perry.
Jack
Is that Luke kid?
Perry?
Luke
Jungle
Perry's kid.
Boy?
I fucking know who it is.
No, you
I'm just
don't.
saying. Because I liked his dad. I don't like him. I think he's an idiot. Right along with the other idiot that he got in trouble with. CM, I sit at home and collect a paycheck, punk.
Hey. It's not
It's the Bullet.
It's not the Bullet Club. It's like I guess it's like a different. I don't know, but he cut it.
That's it.
I'm looking.
Bullet Club is no longer my favorite faction of all time.
This is how he came out though. I'm trying to get it so the fucking glare is on the screen. Technical difficulties. He came out with a goat mask on. You're not even looking at the fucking screen.
Yeah.
Is it Bullet Club? So many people are saying that oh, pops
The House of Torture.
Yeah, so many people are saying like fucking Tony Khan hates Jack Perry and Tony Khan hates everyone. I don't know. But yeah, he has joined the House of Terror. A lot of people I seen something about speculation, not speculation, but people going through
his garbage?
No.
To find tampons?
What? A bunch of like the fuck would you call it? The response.
Calling him a bitch.
The response from Japanese Twitter, I guess you would call it, like the New Japan crowd. A lot of people are like popping because it's.
We call it Y.
Luke Perry's son.
You know, X. It's the Japan one, so it's underneath. Y.
Fucking stupid.
I'm appearing every Wednesday night here on Twitch TV.
So there's that. So Jack Perry joined the House of Terror. Two official inductees into the WWE Hall of Fame this year. The first two official.
Oh, I didn't hear the second one.
One being the GOAT, greatest of all time, Paul Heyman.
I agree with that.
Very excited for that. I don't know who's going to induct him. Can't be Brock Lesnar.
How about somebody acknowledges him? CM Punk.
Yeah.
Malachi's going to do it. But it'll be CM Punk. Because the Dangerous Alliance or whatever, this and that, la la, in the WWE was Punk, him, and Lesnar.
Yeah, but that we know.
Or whatever it was called.
And the other person is Bull Nakano. Bull Nakano. I suck it. It's a Japanese woman. She's the first ever Japanese woman to be in the Hall of Fame.
She's the one that all the Japanese female wrestlers now emulated and loved and this and that. She's the Japanese Wendy Richter or Fabulous Moolah. She was good. She was good back when she wrestled. Bull Nakakino or whatever. Yeah, I can't say it either. But yeah, she wrestled in the 70s, 80s, and stuff like that. She was good. She was Asuka before Asuka was Asuka.
She was I was watching like some clips. She did some crazy shit.
She did. She was awesome.
Yes,
she had to
2024.
When did this get announced? Like yesterday or today? Or?
Today. It was announced on Twitter today.
Oh, see, yeah, that's why I didn't see it. I stay away from things because I know that you're going to be bringing them up, so I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm lying. I was slept, and I went shopping.
Bull Nakano. That is a woman.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That is a woman, Gobu.
Hey, who the fuck is that guy? Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry. I don't. No disrespect to the young lady, but. Thanks, Kobu. Hey, Kobu, how you doing?
Gobu.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it was like somebody had made up a fucking car for
okay,
2024.
So what Dan said, straight out of Street Fighter, she got the tall Paul haircut from Tekken.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She does. She does. I will give. She does look she does look a little bit like a man. But a lot of them, you see, you guys are so lucky. You know, because back in my day, there was nothing to look at. You know, in the 70s and 80s, in early 90s. There was nothing to really look at. We had Moolah, Mae Young, Wendy Richter. Wendy was kind of hot, and we had Cyndi Lauper and stuff like that. But we didn't have
Oh, that was great, Gobu.
We had work women and work jeans. That's right.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. There was probably some beautiful women, but I just don't remember any really knockout gorgeous women until like Lita and Trish Stratus and divas. The divas started coming around. That's right. I love that woman. Amy Dumas is my secret wife.
Are we 1 week away from Big Business? Is that next week?
Big Business?
Big Business is next week. Sorry, I'm trying to get off of the whole
AEW, yeah. Big Business is next week in Boston, Massachusetts.
So
Lita's whale tail.
Oh my god, bro. You're fucking annoying.
Give me a minute. I need a minute alone.
This is why I'm going to start turning his mic down, like lower and lower.
Gentlemen,
as that goes down.
I need a moment alone. Great Batman line. This town needs an enema.
So back to the whole. So before we get off of the Hall of Fame.
Well, yeah.
Shut up.
Well, no, because Derek said Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah,
she was a fucking beautiful woman.
But she wasn't around.
Scary Sherry was around there at that same time. She was okay looking in the snap, but we really, we didn't have that many great lookers that you wanted to put on your wall and masturbate to.
All right, we don't. Back to what I was saying before. Pops had to go all awkward and weird guy.
I like it when I talk.
No, I don't like that. Stop. Paul Heyman also being inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Tell your mom, sorry. It's not really me. It's WrestlePops. Tell her it's not her. I can get low. Hey,
you cannot get low. Okay.
Do you see how my mouth turns red when I talk?
Before this gets out of my head, Ryback went on Twitter and talked so much shit about Paul Heyman. Calling him fucking Penguin from Batman, saying he was a fat piece of shit. All he does is eat pepperoni pizza. He's a schmuck. He's a fucking loser. He doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And what's going on?
And now he's changed his opinion, right?
No.
Has he changed his opinion?
I'm literally I'm gonna find a fucking TikTok. What? Ryback's the only one who's not landed on his head and still somehow has CTE. I don't know.
Well, he might have landed on his head a lot of times. See, Derek is here. We had a nice discussion with Ryback in his in his chat one day.
Derek's best friend, Ryback.
That's right.
I'm gonna play this video on stream.
Ryback. I never bought into the feed me more stuff and this and that. I never liked him very much.
I'm the big guy, Ryback.
There we go.
And
hold on, I gotta change a few things around.
I think he just does it for the reaction, David. He does it for all the hate.
I think he does. But
if tomorrow WWE called him and
what
said,
he says on this.
Okay, I'm going to listen.
Ryback. And Paul Heyman, a.k.a. Oswald Cobblepot, is being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame this year in Philadelphia. And I just want to personally say congratulations to this pizza pie stuffing fudgesicle popping shit stained whitey tighty wearing sloth of a human being, also known as Oswald Cobblepot. Paul has made a great career for himself being a lazy, lying, cheating, shortcut taking, just manipulating, horrible human being. And he's an actual perfect fit for the WWE Hall of Fame. They deserve each other. And if you ask me, this whole thing seems very rushed, very last minute, and it just makes you wonder, with everything going on with the WWE and Vince McMahon and the sex trafficking lawsuit with Brock Lesnar's involvement and Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, it just makes you kind of think, doesn't it? And Paul, while everybody else, all the little neckbeard marks may kiss your ass, just know that the big guy, Ryback, thinks you're a grade A piece of shit. And you're not nearly as good on the microphone as they all think that you are. And that's the last bite. Feed me more.
Okay. Now you're going to have to give me a few minutes because the piece of shit, he was there around during the allegations time. Isn't it going to be funny when his fucking name is brought up? That piece of shit. Okay, number one, because then he's going to go, oh, it didn't do nothing. I fucking hate that man.
I told you.
Okay, number one.
CTE. He's never been dropped on his head.
Number two. He wish he could cut a promo. Number one. Even back in the day. I mean, what did he used to come to this? He couldn't speak a fucking entire sentence ever in his entire life.
You literally just look like George Animal Steel right there. If you took off your hat,
I would be. Fucking,
all right, we'll go on. I'll let you have your time.
Thank you for the compliment. I
didn't say it was a compliment.
I'm just saying. And for him, I mean, to put down somebody like Paul, but do you know what? Let's call him up. Say we're fucking executives from, Stanford. Hey, we want to give you a contract, a year contract. We could pay you $1 million. That motherfucker's signing on the dotted motherfucking line the second fucking he gets that piece of paper. It's just because he's pissed off because they don't want him. Nobody wants him. It's his own fault.
No, I know.
All right. He's just mad that nobody wants him, and he lives to get people like me fired up.
No, like that's the thing.
I'm banned. I'm banned from his Twitch. I'm banned from most of his shit because of the fact of the matter is I tell him how it is, and he doesn't like that.
I don't even know.
Because I don't think he remembers when he was freaking in the WWE. I don't think he remembers
CTE.
That he sucked.
The only person who has not been dropped on his head.
And that they pushed him
somehow. Yeah, they pushed him to the moon. They gave him the whole Nexus push.
You don't push them.
Pops is just frozen all night tonight. But no, I just had to bring that up because here's the thing: is everyone wants to be like, or he wants.
They gave him the world.
He wants to sit there and be like, "Oh, you're not good on the mic."
They gave him everything, and now he talks so bad about it.
I don't understand why. Like Rich just said, they have dirt. Ryback has some dirt on him. You can tell he's deflecting everything back to WWE.
Maybe he was touched like I was by Pat Patterson.
No.
That could be the thing. We're going to boil it down to he was okay, I've been disconnected. Okay, no, I have it. It's boiling down to there's a lot of allegations going out against people back then and this and that, la la la.
Good night, Coach.
Maybe Ryback had his ass grabbed by fucking Pat Patterson, said, hey, come in here, I'll suck, you suck my dick, and we'll let you be the world champion. He did it.
Good night, Coach.
And then, this is what... All right, Gobu, good night, all right? You have a great night. Good night, Gobu. Well, it's time to go.
As I was saying, you can't say Paul Heyman can't go toe-to-toe with one of the greatest on the mic. I will always just go back to that promo he pulled in ECW, where it was ECW One Night Stand. He went off on every single fucking person, told JBL you were only champion because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays. Perfect. Great heel. I loved it. And that Paul
could go on the mic with anybody.
No, despite all of this shit that's going on right now in the WWE with all the allegations and everything, Paul Heyman deserves a Hall of Fame spot. He's done way more for everything in the wrestling business. ECW was fucking the coolest thing ever growing up. Even if I watch it now on Peacock.
Right.
I'll go through and watch all the old ECW shit. Sandman is literally going to be at a fucking wrestling show, and I've almost canceled the fucking skate event because I want to go so bad.
I hit myself in with head beer hand. I'm going to buy some of that White fucking Lion Brewery fucking beer just so I can smash my head when he comes out. I hope Ricky's ready, because he's going to have to take home a drunk fucking beaten up fucking Pops. Ricky better be ready.
It's literally on Twitter already.
Because I'm going to do it. But no, with the thing with Paul, WCW, the NWA stuff and this and that, la la. The man on the microphone, he talked for some of the people who never could, work a microphone. The man talked for fucking Brock Lesnar. All right, CM Punk. CM Punk can hold his own on the microphone. But I never heard anything.
Everyone has seen what Brock Lesnar does, and he literally fucking goes to yell and has a voice crack.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Jimmy Cornette. Now, I know nobody likes Jimmy Cornette, and I understand that.
Pussy.
Right.
He talks shit on Darby Allin.
Jimmy Cornette would probably be the only one manager-wise that I think could come close to a Paul Heyman, but I think Paul Heyman would beat his ass in a fucking one-on-one, promo battle, if you want to say.
So we're gonna wrap up the Hall of Fame portion by saying congratulations to the two entrants so far. I hope we will get more before. Obviously, we will get more before the Hall of Fame. Who's one person you would like to see inducted into the Hall of Fame this year?
Chris Benoit.
All right. I agree, but
he didn't diddle any little kids. He didn't make bitches fucking come inside his office and suck his dick and fucking shit on him.
All right, that's great. We don't need to talk about that. I don't want to talk about WWE allegations, so we'll talk more about that when that case is closed.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I would like to see a person.
You asked me who I want to see.
I would like to see inducted into the Hall of Fame. No one. I hate the Hall of Fame.
It's not a real Hall of Fame.
Jelly Roll.
For years, Jelly Roll. That would be awesome.
Jelly Roll's getting inducted.
But here's the deal.
Hurry up. I want
to now, for many years, I've always said it. It was a Vince who's popular
Ken
with
Shamrock.
Vince.
Great. I love Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock. That would be a nice. I like that.
Ken Shamrock. She went real Irish.
I would like Ken Shamrock. That would be good. But for years, I've always said that it's it was a popularity thing. When they started putting in, people like Snoop Dogg and for Christ's sakes, you have Snoop Dogg. You have that cooking lady.
Best Snoop Dogg has the best fucking high.
Oh, I agree.
Top rope move.
But he does not belong in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, David. Music Hall of Fame, any other Hall of Fame. They started making it a joke and adding these people because, they thought it would be popular. Oh, what's her name? The woman that cooks. What the fuck is her name?
Martha Stewart is not in the...
Martha Stewart, thank you. Yeah, she's in the Hall of Fame, dude. No, she's in the Hall of Fame.
I gotta look this
Martha Stewart, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame. Fuck that. Come on. Emily Ogassa, whatever. It's not a pure Wrestling Hall of Fame. Because you know who is in the actual Wrestling Hall of Fame? Chris Benoit.
Yeah, she's not in the Hall of Fame, but
I
had to look it up. I really did.
Okay, you looked it up, but I thought for sure she was. I thought they inducted her when they inducted Liberace.
We're gonna talk about what
you guys don't even know who the fuck Liberace is.
We don't, and we don't care.
He was a gay guy. He used to play piano. And that guy did tiptoe to the tulips. Yeah, these guys all belong in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Tonight happening on AEW Dynamite.
Great job, Dad. You deserve
Chris Statlander versus Riho.
I like it.
As we said earlier, Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay. Pop's favorite wrestler, Hook, goes up against Brian Cage for the FTW Championship.
I will be in the bathroom at that point in time.
We'll also
especially against Brian Cage.
We will hear from Darby Allin as well. That's what it also says. Have you seen the new Dynamite set?
Yes, I did. I saw it earlier on Twitter, Twitch.
They brought back the tunnels. How do you feel about the tunnels?
I didn't see that.
I didn't even know. It's great.
But I saw their new logo that, going back to that, I like to call it rainbow colors type logo and stuff. They brought back the tunnels. I like the tunnels idea. I always liked it because Springfield, Mass. Who the hell are you?
I will be right back. I have to use the bathroom. But talk about the tunnels.
Okay, I'll talk about tunnels.
Ask Pops some wrestling questions. How about we do this? How about we do a story time with Pops? Story time with Pops while I'm gone.
Story time with Pops. Okay, story time with Pops while you're gone. Well, somebody's going to have to give me a topic. First one to pop up and asks me what you want to hear a story about, I can tell you. We did the Pat Patterson story last week. I believe it was the last week. I don't want to talk about that one again because David doesn't like me to talk about it. So I need a question. I don't know. David, have a story time with Pops. I could read you inserts from George the Animal Steele's book. How about that? David's birth. You want to hear about David's birth? All right, I this one I do have a great story for. The day that David was born, I had gone to work. I was working. I was a dishwasher at Abdow's restaurant, and I get a phone call from his mother, and she says, I got a doctor's appointment because she had been having, some pain and stuff like that. But she was a regular doctor's appointment. She was about 2-3 weeks away from when she was actually supposed to give birth. And so I said, okay. So my dad drove us over. He picked me up and this and that. And we went over to the doctor's and went in there. She got up on the thing, and the doctor went in there looking around and stuff. And he said, sweetheart, you have to head to the hospital. You're going to be giving birth. I'll meet you over there, this and that. I flipped out. She was good. She was fine. I'm sitting in the back.
Fucking excuse me?
She's sitting in the back and this and that. I'm sitting in the back, and my father's driving, and I'm going, breathe, breathe, breathe. And she's just sitting there. She's laughing. My father's laughing. And my father turns and he says, "You would think he's giving fucking birth back there." I'm like, well, I was all nervous and this and that. And we get in the room, and about 5, 6, 7 hours later or whatever, and she's getting there and stuff like that. And she's getting ready, and I'm in there and I'm holding the hand and I'm pushing. I'm getting all nervous and this and that. And I said, they had given her an epidural or whatever, and they told her not to move, and, don't move while doing that. And I'm sitting there and she's moving, I want it out of me, like every typical woman, and stuff like that. So I'm holding her hand and this and that. So they give her the epidural, and maybe, it's 10, 15 minutes later, she's, kind of feeling good and stuff like that. So I turned to, there was the nurse. I forget her name now. I remembered her name for many years. I believe it was Nancy. And I said, "Okay, is she gonna be okay? I'm just gonna. Do you think I got a couple of minutes and this and that? I'm gonna go out and smoke a cigarette." And because I was my nerves were fucking shot.
Can you hurry the fuck up with this story?
Okay, I'm almost.
It was
I'm
literally
almost
supposed
done.
to be like 2 minutes while I went to the bathroom.
Well, you said story time,
Not
and
an
then
hour and a
Dan
half.
said he wanted to hear about the birth.
Finish
Okay,
the story.
finishing up. I turned to him. I turned to her and I said, do you think I can? She went down there, looked. She said, "No, Daddy, he's coming out now." What? Push, right? And so she's pushing, and she stopped pushing. And David, if you get a close up of his nose, has a little bridge on his nose from when she stopped pushing.
Yep. So this is, for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, I'll make it the whole screen real quick.
There you go. So it was good.
This is the
it was crowning out. She stopped pushing, and it was a little.
This is the new AEW Dynamite set. We got the new and improved tunnels back. New Dynamite logo. I love it. I love everything.
I like it. It's shiny and it's good and it's nice. And now, are we going to be able to tell what's the bad side and who's the good side?
I'm pretty sure it's going to stay the same, where the left is the heel side.
Yeah, that is why his head is shaped.
The right is the face side.
That's another story he doesn't want me to tell right now.
Yeah, story time in Wrestling Pops has been over. It was supposed to be a quick one. Next week we will have the official segment of Story Time with Wrestling Pops. I promise. I know you guys have been waiting for that. I was supposed to play this before I went. It's not there. Crazy.
Okay. That was great.
So we talked about the AEW card and everything that's going on tonight. There is speculation that there's going to be a big debut tonight.
And who would that debut be?
The Rainmaker. Kazuchika Okada. Recently leaving New Japan.
That could be very, very interesting.
I would love to see it.
That would be very interesting. And hopefully we get to see that. So maybe tonight. Why'd you show the Blitzkrieg card? Do it again.
That's our next. Do it again. Do it again.
We're getting to see that.
There.
I'm excited. I'm sorry.
Right there, buddy. Before we end up wrapping up here, I do want to do an indie shout out. Our friends over at Blitzkrieg Pro are doing Living Proof, Cruel, Sandman, Gangrel, Alley Catch. Another debut, I forget her name. It's Brittany something.
Brittany Summers.
She's right
or something
here.
Like that.
She's right here, and then top left.
Yeah, because they asked who we want to see her face. I want to see her face, Leary's wife.
Hot Scoop Skyler.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I don't know, but
Brittany Brooks is her name.
Brittany Brooks.
But that is on March 22nd.
She's gonna be Brittany Cappy by the end of the night.
Guys, I might go live that night and share my screen and watch. Do a little watch along with you guys if you want. That'll be a Friday night, I think. It's either Friday or Saturday.
Right. And you guys can also see me. I'm telling you, I am buying
Pops is
some White Lion Brewery. I'm going to be in the front row, so you're going to see me. And especially if I know you guys are going to be watching, I'll I'll try to showboat a little bit.
Another thing that I want to bring up, that I got pretty emotional.
Yes, that's what
I got pretty emotional.
I'm going to be. I better be. That's what David told me.
Shut up. I got pretty emotional about it the other night, and I will bring it up here. Blitzkrieg Pro is coming back home to the House of Pierogies May 10th. I literally could not tell my mother about it without bawling my fucking eyes out. Backstory behind it, that's where me and Pops last seen wrestling together. It was at the RTPW, not RTPW, Blitzkrieg Pro Luau.
My melee.
I literally fucking screamed my heart out that night. I got a special bracelet that I keep in my camera bag that says "Useful Dave," because my name is Useless Dave. Shout out Rachel MDK on Twitter. But I will hopefully be going to that on May 10th. I will try to do a live stream for you guys from the arena. Not the arena, but from the House of Pierogies, the venue, same thing. But yes, that was
It was a great night. And at the end of the night, Leary's speech at the end of the night had me in tears.
They had
because he thought that was going to be the last time we were in the House of Pierogies. The place inside there. Oh God, the Polish deli is no longer there, he says.
I don't know.
But I don't know. That's what Thomas said. He could be wrong, he said also.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I had any videos from that, but I can't find them right now. But yeah, that was the upcoming. I want to do that. I want to do like any upcoming indie stuff to shout out the indies around us or around Pops or whoever.
Well, you should be, Ricky. You never did one inside the. Have you ever been inside?
No,
it's right there in Market.
I don't think the one in
the one in Westfield. Yeah, it's got to be, Rick. You're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a great time. Because this is the first place we ever went and saw an indie show.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Also, this
good.
is coming up. I'll pull up the match card. It's also in Boston. I'm trying to think of who posted it.
ECW?
No, ICW.
ICW.
ICW No Holds Barred is also going to be in Boston. Oh, they changed that match. This is happening March 16th. Oh my God, why is it so big?
I don't know. It's really large. Is that Cruel Alex Price?
Yeah, Alec Price. He's a good wrestler. Not Alex. But you got Hoodfoot versus Ace Romero. You got
I love Ace Romero. He gives all fat guys
just gonna do this.
something to live for.
We're gonna look at it like this because I can't read. We got the American Deathmatch title fight: Killdozer versus Otis Kogar. IWTV rematch for the
Nice.
IWTV Championship: Cruel versus Alec Price. The ETU Key to the East Championship: Marcus Mallard versus MM3. Danny DeMonto versus Lil Mean Kathleen.
I want to see that.
The
That's
TOV
awesome.
Open Challenge with Darren McCarthy. Or Darren McCarty. Sorry. Hoodfoot versus Ace Romero. In the Best of 7 series, Chris Bradley versus K. Ross. Christian Ross. Versus Chris Bradley.
Awesome. That's going to be a good card.
That's going to be a great card.
Great card.
Yes, you're late.
Boston's own
We
Ace
went on
Romero is going to be
literally
there.
like a 45-minute fucking thing about it.
Alec Price.
Alec Price, Boston's own.
Right, and along with Ace Romero, who is also from Boston.
I thought he was from Maine.
Ace Romero? No.
Weird.
Ace Romero is from Massachusetts.
Like
born in Massachusetts. He might be out of Maine now, but he was born in Massachusetts.
All right. I don't know. Anything we missed? Anything we didn't talk about?
Yes, we did. We did talk about that white line.
Yeah, I already.
Ricky, we did.
Acknowledge that. You're late.
Well, it's always good to know you're driving and texting.
Now, this section that everyone's been waiting for. Let's talk about the EFED, the RTPW EFED.
All right.
Coming up at the Final Crusade, the night before the Final Crusade, we are holding a RTPW year-end awards where we'll also be inducting our first.
Man, my connection is sucking tonight.
Person.
That's because of the weather.
I love that you just talk when I'm talking. It's great. We'll also be inducting our first person into our Hall of Fame, which that is going to be a surprise. But right now in our Discord, we have the voting. We have the RTPW Superstar of the Year. We have Malachi, Gabe Flair, David Copy, Ricky Thomas, or Kobu.
And if you haven't voted, please get in there and vote.
We have the RTPW Tag Team of the Year, The Family, the Windy City Bloodline, High Voltage, the Exile Club, SWO, the Unsafe Order. Then we have the RTPW Women's Superstar of the Year.
My shit's going in and out.
Baby Blue, Heel Wifey, Amanda Holland, Jelani Winters, or Sweet Dollface. RTPW Breakout Star of the Year, Stevie T, Kobu, Malachi, Korean Mercenary, or Legacy. The RTPW Promo of the Year, Gabe Flair and Johnny Extreme, Winner Takes All. Archie's Debut, The Arrival of Rey Escuro, or the back and forth of Malachi and Pops before their meeting at Ultimate Supremacy. RTPW Feud of the Year, we got Gabe Flair versus Johnny Extreme, The Family versus the Windy City Bloodline, Malachi, Matt, and Pops, or Pops versus David, the Family War Games edition. And then RTPW's most memorable moment of the year, we have Blue Viking retired / last match, The Draw, which is Matt Ward, Pops, and Malachi, when they all had a draw in the
I didn't know. Yeah,
Iron Man Rage in the Cage match. Gabe Flair versus Johnny
I won
Extreme,
that match. It doesn't matter.
The whole series, which I think that is Mac Benoit joins the family. Baby Blue becomes the first ever Triple Crown champion. Or DT
Nobody's going to know who
leaves.
Mac Benoit is. You got to call him Mac and Cheese, then maybe we'll know who it is.
Or DT leaves the Windy City Bloodline.
Well.
You can shut the hell up. Kidding. Like I said, that's in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord...
Have you added these or...
What?
Yes, of course you are, Mackie Cheese.
What, old man? When I don't talk, he is silent.
What?
When I'm you started. I was trying to explain.
I just sit here not hearing anything. For some reason, I've gone back to 2005.
I was trying to explain.
Internet connection.
It is in our Discord.
Seems like I have dial-up. I didn't say anything. I said I don't remember. Oh, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese.
So, the voting is in our Discord. We have a channel in our Discord. Click that link if you want to join our Discord. If you're not in there, make sure you go in there and vote. It is under the RTPW Year-End Awards in our Discord. Voting ends 3/28/24. So the day before the award show and the Hall of Fame induction, we will be... That's when voting stops. All right. Give your shout-outs so we can get out of here.
Shout-outs. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. I wanted to thank everybody for coming before I even do a shout-out. I want to do a shout-out to Macaroni and Cheese because of, it's a really good dinner, and that's what I'm having tonight. I'm thinking I'm going to have some macaroni and cheese. And also, it's one of my favorite RTPW guys around, mac and cheese. Anyways, shout-outs going out to everybody who is here today and everybody who's going to watch this or listen to this on a podcast near you. I want to give you all a shout-out, say you thank you. This brings me my favorite part of the week. Wednesdays. I look forward to Wednesdays now more than I ever have. Shout out to my son, David, for being such an awesome person. And, he's the best thing ever. He's my secretary. He calls me when I'm doing that. I have a nap. He's got to call me. He gives me all my updates and stuff like that. He keeps me current so I know things that are going on. So I don't seem like such an old fart. And stuff like that. And I want to say shout out to Twitch for giving us this platform to be doing this each week.
The sentimental shout outs this week from Pops. I gotta say shout out to WWE 2K24 for giving us greatness that I've been playing since Tuesday when it dropped. Like Tuesday morning. Shout out to everyone here. Of course, Daniel, Gabe, Rich, Ricky, Derek. Shout out Derek, Korean Mercenary, and Ricky for all subscribing tonight. Thank you. Shout out Kobu who's sleeping. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't want to miss anyone in chat.
Shout out. This has been Shoutouts with D.
All right, you don't.
And Bobs.
Also, Ricky had mentioned before design contest. A shout out sketch. What's up, brother? Shout out my boy Sketch. No one will understand that. It's TikTok.
Yeah, we don't.
TikTok.
Hey, bud.
There's gonna be a design contest coming up soon. I will have more details about that in the Discord when we have more details about that. Shout out the merch store. If you guys want any RTPW exclusive merch, exclamation point merch in the chat. It'll also be, if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to it, it'll be in the description. I promise I will have those videos out soon of the past podcasts. I just need to edit them and get everything ready.
Shout out to OnlyFans.
Nope. All right. That's let's find someone to raid because Pops is ready to be done.
Starting next month.
Nope, we're not starting.
Ragtag Entertainment.
Nope.
Only feet.
Nope. Definitely not. Let's go hang out with Slapdash.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I would love to, yeah, because
yes, we're going to do during the Final Crusade stream or week. We will be doing a promo code for exclusive deal on that stuff. But we're gonna go over to Slapdash. We're gonna go hang out with him. He's doing the E-Fed stuff.
Peace, love, monkeys. We're out of here.
Good night, everyone. Use those hashtags.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.